All right. Hi guys. Got another video for you. I'm having kind of a rough night tonight. Not going to go into any details, but I just wanted to kind of get my mind off things for a little bit. So, I figured I'd make a video real quick. It's nothing personal. It's got nothing to do with me personal. It's just big grand scheme of life things. There's a lot of crazy shit happening right now, and I don't know, man. I'm almost 40 years old, and I need to do something with my life. Having kind of a midlife crisis, I guess you could say. But like I said, it's not really me personally. It's just everything that's happening around me, and just kind of me deciding that I need to do whatever it is that I want to do with my life and do greater things, not just be stuck in the little bubble that I'm in right now. So I'm sure you guys can relate to that. And I don't mean to start this video off so somber, but I don't know, just things are pretty tough right now for a lot of people, and I don't think they're gonna get any easier. And I'll just say it this way: the century of decades has pretty long past us by now. Um, there's no more 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. America is not what it used to be. I mean, this whole planet's not what it used to be. This whole universe is not what it used to be. And I don't know. If you have friends, if you have loved ones, if there's anybody that you've been thinking about, that you care about, just reach out to them, tell them that you love them, spend time with them, make the most of every moment. Don't get wrapped up in the little things. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your energy. There's no use in being upset about the situation you may find yourself in. If you're upset, it just makes things worse for yourself and for everyone else around you. It's like eating the tail of the serpent. So anger doesn't help anyone at all. And same thing with sadness too. I understand some people can't help it. It's like a chemical imbalance and whatnot. But I think we all need to make the most of our situations that we're in life, and we all need to strive to do the best that we can do and be the best that we can be, to brighten other people's day, to be a shining example to the world and to everyone around us, and live your life with honor, live your life with integrity, and do the best you can. Make the most out of every moment. Do the things that you've always wanted to do. Nothing is outside of your reach. You can do anything you put yourself to. It may take time, it may take work, it may take effort, but it is not above you. It is not beyond you. Anything can be within your grasp if you apply yourself hard enough. And sometimes there's a little bit of luck. As you progress through life, you'll find opportunity. People will come your way. You'll find them, in your circle. And a lot of that, you could say it's, what do you call it? Not speculation, but it's like, it's not magic, but like a lot of people, it could be luck, but I don't think it's luck. I think it's what you put out into the universe that you will receive back in ample amounts. So anyway, that being said, I have an IEM here that I would like to unbox and then just take the back plates off and kind of look at the insides for a little bit. So anyway, before I do that, I just wanted to say I do love you all and appreciate your support and your viewership. Your time is important, and even though I do take up a lot of your time, hopefully you get some kind of enjoyment out of it. And yeah, just take that piece of wisdom and, like I said, just make the most out of your life. Be a shining example, and be kind to others. And yeah, just don't be angry. Don't be sad. Make the best of things. So anyway, all right. So I have the Supermix 4. All right, this is a single DD, single BA, single planar, and single PTZ, or piezo transducer. Very shiny box, green box. 100 retail for like $140. Decent. They're very good. Yeah. So, oh yeah, one last thing. The universe is way bigger than you and I, and it's been here before us, and it's gonna be here long after us. So, it's a lot of people that have big egos. You know, that's fine. You can do whatever you want, but we're all gonna be buried in the ground at the end of the day, and everybody dies. That includes me and you. So just keep that in mind for people that have big heads on their shoulders. So anyway, so yeah, so 4 drivers per ear, 3 bores, so you know, like a 3-way frequency division kind of thing. I'm not sure what role the piezo has in the whole tuning. We'll eventually find that out, I'm sure. I hope so. But anyway, so let's open up this box here. And yeah, so nice embossing, kind of like rose gold lettering. And then we have the IEMs themselves. We have our face plates, very simple, very minimalist. Kind of reminds me of like a ring, you know, like a ring on your finger, where you have like a jewel or something at one end and then circle, or I don't know, it could be like an eclipse or something almost. It's interesting. I'm not sure what they were going with that, what the meaning is behind it. You know, because the name Supermix isn't very evocative of like something. You know, some IM brands, they have this like crazy, like, you know, nomenclature that's like kind of evokes, you know, like, you know, mysticism or you know, wise people of history, you know, that kind of stuff. So anyway, but these are just super mix, so they're super and they're very mixy. So we got our 2 IEMs here. We have, let me just hold this up to the camera so you can see the 3 bores. We have a large bore, a small, and 2 smaller bores on the side there. The larger bore is for the treble. The top smaller bore, I believe, is for the bass. I think it's for the bass, and then I'm pretty sure the lower is for the mid-range. So very nice build quality. The shells are very, very nice. These are super reminiscent of the soft ears volume, so very similar ear shape. And same thing with the face plates, very similar face plate. I mean, it's kind of a, you know, we've seen this ear shape done before, but I'm a big fan of it. I like it. These fit my ears very well. If you have small ears, they will be a little on the chunky side, but you know, if you're like me and you have big ears, then or you know, average size ears, I guess you could say, I don't know. But yeah, they should fit you pretty well. They're pretty ergonomic. They have a slight wing at the top, very, very slight wing, and then the nozzle kind of protrudes out. Now there is no lip on the nozzle, so your ear tips can fall off if they get like greasy. You know, if oils from your ears get underneath the ear tip, you will see them kind of slide off. But the way that the nozzle is shaped, it's it's not like there's no taper, so it shouldn't be too bad. And so far, I haven't had any issues. I've been wearing these nonstop since I got them, pretty much. So, and then we actually have two vents. We have, if I can get it in focus. So we have a vent on the rear here, and then we also have a vent on the side. Now I believe this is the forward vent for the dynamic driver. I could be wrong, but I believe that's what that is. Oh, my hand's cramping up. And then we have the rear vent, which should just relieve the pressure in the back cavity. So whenever you insert them into your ears, I believe that's where the pressure comes out. And this also should control bass. And it looks like what they did is they just put like a brass plug or like a brass insert in there. Let's go through the accessories real quick because I don't know. So any IEM that has multiple bores or tubes or whatever you want to call it, multiple openings, should come with one of those like little cleaning brush, little pick thing. I don't know if guys have seen it before, but it's like it's got a brush on one end and then it's got like a little U-shaped wire on the other end. Those are for like picking out ear gunk that gets caught inside the small tubes. But some IEMs don't come with them. If you have an IEM like this or this IEM, you definitely need something like that over time. It won't happen right away, but I guarantee within like your first year of using these, you're going to want to find a way to clean out the bores. So what do we get? Pretty minimal package here. It's very subdued, or kind of a plain, I wouldn't say plain, but it's just a very understated kind of package here. So we have the IEMs themselves. We have one set of ear tips. These are kind of like base ear tips, like they're like a thick silicone. I mean, we've seen these a bunch of times. These were included with the Truth Ear Zeros, a bunch of other Truth Ears came with these, bunch of other IEMs too. So they're like, I guess, close to like a KB ear, perhaps. I don't know. You guys, I know some of you guys are like very knowledgeable about ear tips. So if you know anything, please let me know what kind of ear tips these are. But anyway, so it comes with a set of those. It comes with a soft pouch case. This is actually a pretty nice case. It feels nice. Feels slightly more premium than some of the other cases that you would get with an IEM in this price range, I think. But nothing like too fancy. But yeah, and then we have a little pouch here to store our tips away. So we just throw our tips in there. And then here's the cable. Now this is actually a pretty decent cable. Simgot, so any of you guys that have had the EW 500 or the like the EW 200, you know how thin those cables are. This is like at least twice the thickness of those cables. So so you can see here, it's kind of hard to see because the light's bright, but so silver cable. Let's I think it's silver and like graphene, just like we were looking at the other day with forget what the IEM was, but you guys have seen it. So let's kind of focus in on here. So yeah, so we have two different conductors, and you can see there's like the darker conductor, which I think is like a graphene coated silver, and then we have our silver cable there, and decent braid here. Then we have the Simgot branding on the barrel. This is the 3.5 mil version. I don't know if they have a 4.4 or 2.5 version. but this is the 3.5. And then we have our ear hooks here. The ear hooks, if I can go back to this. So the ear hooks are not the tightest I've seen. They're maybe a little bit on the larger side, but they have a looks like a pretty ergonomic ear shape. So when you plug in your IEMs, this is kind of what you get. So they should stick out a little bit, which might bother some of you guys, but no more than most IEMs, I think. So, and then we have our little chin cinch right here. So same thing as the IEM we were looking at the other day. I don't remember which one it was, but it had the it's just a tube for a chin cinch. These are practically useless, and especially with this cable, it's just gonna fall down. It's not useful whatsoever. So that's kind of a bummer. But and then we have our little zap strap here, and these, I forget what they always say. So yeah, salute to art and science, which is pretty cool. So let's put this stuff away real quick, and then we'll take out the earphones here. So real quick before I open them up, are they worth $140? So I think on AliExpress you can get them for like, I want to say it's like 133, 136 bucks, which is like the cheapest listing I saw. And then on Amazon they are 140 shipped, which I mean, either you order it from AliExpress and you wait 2 weeks and you potentially cannot return them depending on the seller if you have issues with them, or $4 more or whatever, as long as they're still on sale. And then you get them on Amazon, and then of course if you're in the US or Canada or anywhere that Amazon serves. But yeah, I chose to get them off Amazon just so I had peace of mind, and it was overnight shipping. I literally got them the same night that I ordered them. So let's take a closer look. They are, like I said, resin build. They are very nicely built. So we have this little plug here, and you can see inside. Let me just focus in on it real quick. So you can see inside, even with the and I don't think other companies would do it, but here you have, it's literally just a vent, but they went through through the hassle of putting a mesh in there, and you can already see I'm sorry you guys, you're looking at some of my ear gunk, but yeah, you can see that it's already doing its job, so that's pretty neat. And it looks like they lacquered over the connector, but yeah, build quality looks good. The resin quality looks good. Here is a closer look at the nozzle. So we have looks like either a brown or a red mesh for the treble, and then there is another mesh right here that looks like it. Oh, there's something in there. That's what that is. So it looks like maybe it's ripped, but I believe that's actually like a piece of gunk or something inside there. So we'll take a look at this one. So there's the large one, and then you can kind of see inside the smaller tube there. So that should be your mid-range, and the top one right here should be where the bass comes out. So, but yeah, overall the very, very happy with the build quality for 140 bucks. I think they definitely did a good job. I mean, because these compared to like the Software's volume, it's been a long time since I listened to the volume, so I couldn't really tell you how they compare, but I could tell you that they're probably pretty damn close. if anything, I think the treble would probably be a little better on these, just because they're microplanar and they're not balanced armature. The soft ears volume, one of the reasons why they were so cheap, because if you guys remember, I bought the volume when they first came out, because soft ears, up until that point, they didn't have an IEM that was cheaper than like $800 or like $1,000. All their IEMs up until that point were like really high end, and then they came out with the volume and they were like, hey, $300, 1DD, 3BA. It was a I actually have the driver here. I'll show you guys real quick. It's a beryllium dome. Sorry, I just gotta find it real quick. Where are you? Here it is. Okay, so this is the dynamic driver out of the volume, and it is a beryllium dome. Very nice driver, but so they spared no expense, it seems, with the dynamic driver. They put a good quality dynamic driver in, but when it came to the balanced armatures, they used e-audio, which is the same stuff you would see inside of a a KZ or a lot of IEMs nowadays. I actually like e-audio. I think they make decent balanced armatures. You could easily get away with using e-audio mid-range balanced armatures, but for the treble is a little spicy. Definitely spicier than Knowles, but still not bad. It's just, you can tell, and that was one of the downsides with the soft ears volume, is it had more BA timbre to it, and it had kind of that plasticky kind of in the mids and the highs too. So with the volume, they were using, I don't know what the exact model is. It's like GQ328 something. But it is a essentially a 29689 and a 30095 sandwiched together in one nozzle. So but yeah, so the build quality compared to the volume is very comparable. These are like top-notch build quality for the price. So yeah, so for $140, and then the driver configuration too. This was a very thoughtful approach when they designed these, because they're giving you as much as they can for the price and still maintaining a somewhat of a margin. So I mean, you're getting a good quality dynamic driver. You're getting a I think it's like a 3.2. I don't. Anyway, you're getting a balanced armature, probably e-audio if I would take my guess. Could be Belsing, but I think it's probably more e-audio. And then you're getting the microplanar, and a PTZ or piezo. So in comparison, the EPZ P50 is 1DD, 2BA, 2 microplanar, and that one's $183 or almost $200. So I don't know what the accessory package is, but I think as far as the price goes, I think they hit their target pretty well. And I won't speak too much on performance. I will say that I do like these. They are not my personal preference as far as tuning goes, but I have definitely enjoyed listening to them, for sure, without a doubt. And they've actually grown on me a lot. Definitely more of like a Harman tuning. Oh shit, I didn't upload the graph. Fuck, I knew I forgot to do something. But yeah. So when I do the in-depth review, I will post the graph for you guys. And I also have some other things that I want to talk about as far as IEM design and what can happen with IEMs when you wear them, like moisture buildup and whatnot. But Yeah, let's see. Hopefully I can take these face plates off. Anyway. But yeah, so I hope you guys are doing well. I hope everybody's having a good week. I hope you all had a good holiday. I hope it wasn't too stressful dealing with family and all that, and presents and Christmas and New Year's and whatnot. So I had a pretty good holiday. It was very lazy. I laid around a lot because I didn't feel like doing anything. Just wanted to chill. So um but yeah, I have high hopes for this year, man. I really hope. I mean, not even that it's going to be like a good year, or any kind of year. I just have hopes for humanity in general. So, all right. So, here is our PTZ. Now, I'm not going to go into it, but I'm not sure what they're doing here with the piezo. I don't know what they're trying to achieve, what this piezo does, attached to the faceplate. There's not really much mass there, and the working range of the piezo, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not saying that it's not doing anything, but I think it's very negligible. If I unplug it, will it change the frequency response? Yeah, I think so, for sure. Because it's going to change the impedance curve of the earphone. So ideally, my next test will be to remove the piezo or separate it from the earphone itself, just kind of maybe have it free floating, and then measure the earphones again with the piezo detached, and then we'll because it needs to be in circuit to get a kind of a grasp on what it's doing electrically, but without being acoustically coupled to the earphone. But yeah, so let's ooh man, that's a lot of, is that a PC? Oh yeah, that is a PCB. Okay, I was like, what is that? So it looks like we have well, first off, it looks like we might have some LITS wire right down here. Looks like this might be LITS wire. This could all be LITS wire. It actually looks like high quality wire. Even the wire that's on the PTZ looks like it could be LITS wire. For anybody that doesn't know, LITS wire is, it's like there's nothing technically special about it. It's how many conductors they use. I want to say it's like 7 conductors, but the whole point of using LITS wire, using however many conductors it is to reduce they call it like the skin effect, but it has to do with like the way the electrons move through the wire. And apparently if you use a specific number of conductors, it creates some kind of symmetry in the cable, which allows for better transfer of the electrons through the cable, which is really interesting. I've been learning a little bit more about cables recently because I've been watching all kinds of audiophile videos. I've been watching audiophile videos on speakers and DACs and amps, and but like another thing is, so you have all your different types of cables. You have your OFC or oxygen free copper, you have silver cable, silver plated, you have what is it, the OCC, or the Ochno continuous cast, or I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like Ochno or Ochino continuous cast copper, which is Ono. That's what it is. It's Ono. Ono continuous cast or OCC copper, which is literally copper that it's kind of hard to explain how they create it, but they draw it out of the furnace or the whatever you want to call it, and it creates one long continuous. So there's crystals inside of the copper, and every time you get a crystal, the electricity or the electrons have to kind of divert around that, and it creates changes in impedance without throughout the cable. So it's kind of like obstacles. It's like, if you're playing like Flappy Bird, it's like having obstacles, or Mario Brothers or whatever. But anyway, with the Ono continuous cast copper, they're able to create a strand of wire out of a single crystal of copper. And so what it does is there aren't any roadblocks or changes in impedance, and they can take the wire and they can draw it up to, I forget how many, it's like 100 meters or something ridiculous. They can draw out of like one single crystal. So that's like the highest quality cable. But then you have your OFC and OFC. It's all like super pure wire to begin with. But the difference between the differences in copper are the amount of nines in the purity. So it's like 99.9999, So anyway, but yeah, so this is the rear of the driver, or the IEM, and you can see the dynamic driver there. Very nice construction. The build quality looks good. I think they did a pretty good job. Let me see if I can get this PCB out real quick. I really don't want to break these. I mean, it's moving. Let me grab... All right, so what do we got on the other side? So it looks like a capacitor and some resistors. And then, of course, on this side, we just have a couple tantalums. It looks like nothing else on this side of the PCB. As far as the tantalums go, it's kind of hard to see. But we have two 476Js. So 470 microfarad? I don't know. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, so here is our balanced armature. So the balanced armature they're using is a big boy. It's like a 29689. And it appears to be an e-audio. Just looking from the back of it, it appears to be an e-audio. The microplanar looks to be probably e-audio too. I don't know who makes the microplanars, but I want to say it's e-audio because of the looks of the case. It's kind of a giveaway. But yeah, the back here, this could be like a second generation of microplanar, because the PCB is a little different, but it does look similar to the ones that we found in the One More Penta. So there's your microplanar, your 29689 or equivalent balanced armature. So big boy pulling duty on the mids. Here is looks like a pressure relief vent for the dynamic driver, and then we have our 10mm dynamic driver. We have our connector, and then we have, so I guess maybe they're just two vents. They just did two vents, so maybe this isn't a front vent. But yeah, so we have the vent up here, which probably goes straight through. I can't quite see because the connector's in the way, and I'm not about to pull it off. But then we also have our vent right here in the rear, and then of course the PTZ. Now the PTZ, so there are different types There are like single layer and dual layer. This looks like it's just a single layer PTZ. So nothing special, just, you know, typical. And the PTZ itself, it probably looks like it's either 10 or maybe 9 millimeters for the PTZ. But anyway, yeah, so that is the Supermix 4. And in the next video, not the next video, but the next video I do on these, I will get into the full teardown, and I will do a thorough review, talk a lot more about the sound signature and whatnot. In this video, I really just wanted to, you know, take a look at the box and the accessories and whatnot, and then just kind of, I think I might have, oh no, that's, I don't know, is that coming off? I don't know what that is, but anyway, just want to take a look at the accessories and just kind of open up the earphones and take a peek inside. So anyway, so real quick before I leave you guys, so this is what you get again. We'll just go back over it one more time. So kind of a simple setup, but I mean, for 140 bucks, I think you're definitely getting what you pay for. Like I said, the build quality is very good. Definitely very, like, same, if not very similar build quality to the Soft Airs Volume, which was a $300 IEM, and you're getting more drivers technically. So, but yeah, so nice cable. You know, nothing like super fancy, but I mean, for the price, it's definitely worth it. So you get a cable, you know, nice case, and ear tips. So everything that you need to get set up and on the road for this nice IEM. And one thing, so let's just take a look real quick. So one thing I didn't talk to you guys about or show you was really much information on the back here. It's actually, you probably can't even read it because it's so shiny. But the target that they show and that they compare to is the 2019 Harman target. And as far as some of the specifications go, they are 120 decibels per volt RMS at 1 kilohertz. So they're pretty sensitive. And then the frequency response they're listing is 8 hertz to 40 kilohertz. You know, more like 8 to 20 or whatever. I don't know, but then it says 20 to 20, so I don't know what they're talking about here. It says 8 to 40 and then 20 to 20. So, I don't know. Make up your mind. Which one is it? And impedance, where is it at? Okay, so yeah, impedance is only 7.2 ohms plus minus 15%. So, you could probably put a impedance adapter on these and change the tuning, because that is a very low impedance. But yeah, so sensitivity, yeah, 120 dB. Let's see, frequency response. Yeah, see, I don't know why they say this. So they say frequency response is 8 hertz to 40 kilohertz, and then they say the effective frequency response is 20 to 20. And then the where is it at? So the cable is it says high purity silver plated OFC, which is oxygen free copper. So in LITS structure. So even the so they're claiming even the IM cable itself that they include is LITS. So it is silver plated oxygen free copper cable with in LITS configuration. So, but anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry to, you know, be so out there in the beginning of the video, but shit's getting crazy, guys. We need to band together and be there for our fellow humans. So, but anyway, love you all. Be good. Catch you later. See ya.